Students, whatever homework is given to you, you have to submit it on the very next day between 8 am to 1 pm to the given WhatsApp number, and it is compulsory to submit your homework as your attendance will be marked on the basis of your submission.
Good morning, children. Welcome to the online education of KGK Higher Secondary School. I am here to teach you social study today of 9th standard, and we are going to do a chapter of history. It is chapter number 2, First World War and Russian Revolution. First World War, let me tell you, it broke out in 1914 and it continued up to 1919. For 5 years, the First World War was fought between different countries of the world. At that time, the world got separated into two groups, and these two groups started fighting for their economic welfare, for their expansion of the kingdom. So many reasons were responsible for the First World War, and the impact of that war on the world, well, it was immense. Why it happened? Let us see first that. Let us have the introduction of this chapter, and then after we will go to the reasons responsible for the First World War. Well, before 1914, almost 25 to 50 years ago, well, European countries, they had industrial revolution. Especially in England, the industrial revolution occurred, and then after England started selling its product in different part of the world and started earning money. But that was not sufficient for the British people. They decided to expand their kingdom also. So the greed for the expansion of the province, expansion of the country, well, it spread in almost every country of the Europe. Every European nation wanted to expand, and this, well, ultimately it resulted in First World War. Well, all European countries, they became greedy. They started establishing colonies in different part of the world. Colonies, it means first they went there for trade, and then after, well, they strengthened their army and got control on the politics of that country. In fact, they started ruling over that nation. Well, there was a great competition. In fact, you can say there was a cutthroat competition among all the European countries to expand their, the boundaries of their nation. So because of that, what happened? So many changes came. First, well, the countries started fighting with each other. Well, European nations started fighting with their neighbors to expand their country. And the first one was Spain. Spain was a very powerful nation in those days. And to expand the boundaries of its country, Spain attacked on 3 different countries of Europe. They were Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg. Spain won the battle and, well, took control of these 3 nations. When the people of Europe, when the other countries of Europe, they saw the success of Spain, they saw the success of Spain, even they were tempted to expand their country. Spain, when got control of Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg, Spain started robbing these countries. Well, the power of Spain continued to increase, and other countries, they wanted to increase their own power, and among them, France was the second country. France did not want to accept the supremacy of Spain. As a result, France attacked on Spain and won some part of these 3 countries. It was the great battle between France and Spain. Well, when other countries saw, the fight between the Spain and France, well, obviously there was a great loss. There was a great economic loss in the battle. But after the battle, the country which won the battle now, well, started exploiting the other nation and became rich. And because of this temptation, well, the Portuguese king, Portugal was another very powerful nation. The king died without any children. The king had no heir, and when the Portuguese king died, then after the king of Spain, well, he has got some blood relationship with the king who passed away. Spain took control of Portugal. Well, ultimately we can say that Spain was getting more powerful with the passage of time. Then after what happened? Well, other countries, well, they also took inspiration from the example of Spain. They also started attacking on their neighboring country, France and Austria. These two powerful nations of Europe of those days. They attacked on Italy and Germany and they conquered them. They won them. So because of all these things, what happened? Well, every nation of Europe got tempted to expand its boundary, not only in Europe, but in other part of the world. They were ready to set up their colonies in Asian continent. They were ready to expand their boundaries up to African continent. And because of that, what happened? Let us see. The next topic is colonialism in Asia. England became very powerful. England was one of the richest country of the world and they were very courageous. So they decided to go to Asian countries, and England was the first country which came to Asian continent. Well, England started its colony in India, Sri Lanka, Burma, Singapore, Malaysia. What was the policy of Britain? What was the policy of England? Well, first they entered in the country as traders, as merchants. Then after they set their colonies and they started trading with that nation. But with the passage of time, well, the army of England used to come and started living in that colony. And once they became strong, well, they started attacking on the other provinces nearby them. And this way, they used to expand their colonies. In India, it happened like that only. First, the British people came to the port of Surat. They took the permission of the king and set up their first colony in Surat only. And slowly, they started spreading their colony in different part of India. Well, they went to Kolkata, they went to South India, and when they were spread, then after the army started coming and started living in the colonies. And then after what happened, we all know the history. Well, the army started dominating, the British army started dominating, the neighboring states. They won. Well, they made, the contract policy, and those who accepted the contract policy of Britain, well, they continued to rule on in their state, and those who opposed, well, the British army attacked on them and they used to win them. And because of this policy only, the England ruled on in India for more than 150 years. The same story was there, the same policy was there adopted by England in other countries of Asia, Sri Lanka, Burma, Singapore, Malaysia. And not only that, but England entered in China. Well, China is very strong nation today. We all accept that. But in those days, when England entered into China, well, China was not ready to accept the contract offered to them by England. And as a result, they started fighting. They had a war with whom? England. And that war, it was known as Opium War in the history. Well, in those days, the main trade between England and China was opium. We all know that what is opium, it's a drug only. And after that, for opium only, England attacked on China. Well, China thought that they could defeat England, but they were wrong. And British Army conquered China. And as a result, what happened? England won 5 different ports of China. And they started using these ports for their trade with China. So England started dominating China. And because of that, what happened? They looted China. The wealth of China went to England, and England got richer and richer. Well, when the other countries of Europe, they saw the success of England in Asian countries, then after they also decided to come to Asian countries. Japan, Russia, Germany, France, Belgium, America, they all came to China. And China was unable to face them because China was weak. And they all got political powers in China, and they started dominating China. They started ruling on in China, and they started robbing China. You can say the wealth was looted by these people. Now let me ask you one thing. Why the European countries came to Asian countries? The reason is very simple. Because of industrialization in European countries, there was a huge demand for raw material, and that raw material was not available in Europe. So they had to import the raw material from the Asian countries. So that's why they came to India. That's why they came to different countries of Asia. They started looting the raw material. Once they carried the raw material to their nation, then after they manufactured different products, and then the same products they used to supply for selling in Asian continents. That was a great source of income for all European nations. Well, England, Germany, Russia, America, when they set up their colonies in these regions, then after they started looking towards the different countries like Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait was there. And we all know that, the Arabian continent, subcontinent, is very rich as far as petroleum products are concerned. We obtain, even today, the petroleum is obtained from these countries only, mainly from these countries only. So these nations, they established oil companies, they established, the refineries in Iraq, Iran, and Saudi Arabia, and Kuwait is also there. And then after they started carrying, all that oil in their nation for economic development. So this way, all European countries spread their colonies in different countries of Asia, and they took complete control on these countries. They started ruling on the nation, and they started ruining the economy. They started ruining their, social structure. And because of that, the Asian continent's countries became very poor. The condition was absolute pitiable. So this way, the European countries, they expanded their kingdom, they expanded their empire to Asian continent. Then after comes, once they became successful in Asia, then after they headed towards Africa. We all know that Africa is another very huge continent of the world. And even today, majority of the countries are very poor. In those days also, the same thing was there. They were very poor, and there was not even a single strong country found in Africa which could resist these European nations. As a result, what happened? The Dutch were the first people who went to African continent. Now Dutch, the people of which country you tell me, are known as Dutch people? Well, the people of Netherlands, they are called Dutch people. So Netherlands was the first nation to come in African continent. Then after England and France came and they started their colonies, they established their colonies in Cap and Algeria. And England established its colony in Egypt also. And the strategy adopted by them to exploit Asia, the same strategy was adopted by these nations to rob the wealth of African continent. Then after England and France, Belgium came, and Belgium established its colony in Congo. Then after France came, France established its colony in Tunisia and Morocco. Germany came. Germany got control on East and West African countries. Italy also came. Italy established its the colonies around the area of the Red Sea. Then after the Spain came. Then after the Portugal came. Almost every nation of Europe came to Africa to establish their colony. And because of that, there was a cutthroat competition. There was almost the warlike situation found. And to resolve this problem, all European nations, they decided to have one meeting, and they arranged that meeting in Berlin, where all the representatives came and they decided their area also. They shared the Africa, okay, and after that they were free to loot the wealth of Africa. So this way, European countries, they spread their kingdomship in Asia and in Africa, and it continued for a long period of time. So this was the beginning of the European nations in Africa and Asia. Now we stop here for today. Well, what happens after that? How the First World War broke out? Well, that we will discuss in the upcoming lecture. I'm not giving you any homework right now, but yes, after the next lecture, the homework will be given to you.